Everyone, I'm Zach Laberge, CEO and founder of Frenter, and we're building Shopify for the rental industry. Meet Kevin. He's the owner of B2B Industrial Inc. They're one of our clients, and they rent blasting mats as well as a variety of other industrial equipment for the mining industry. Before Frenter, customers would come to his website, they would fill out a form or call him on the phone and say how much it costs to rent that mat or any variety of other industrial equipment that they had. And this is how they do it. They were running everything on spreadsheets, leading to a ton of headaches in their business. Issues like double bookings, misplacing inventory, issues when it came to delivery and drop off of inventory. On top of that, they were juggling multiple apps to manage their finances. But then Kevin discovered Frenter. We limited the software he needed to just one singular platform. On the front end, customers can come to a storefront, browse the different types of equipment that he has for rent. And when they choose an item, they simply click on it and they can see all the product details. No more filling out forms, no more calling on the phone. They have access to all the information and they can rent directly online. On the back end, software tracks and manages the maintenance schedule and booking information on every piece of equipment. And this is super important because it gives him better insights on when to repair and replace his inventory. He can also better manage delivery, booking approval, a bunch of other information. So Kevin will never have to look at a spreadsheet ever again. We offer enterprise grade level tools that our customers can understand within minutes with our dashboard. Kevin can see his earnings, his rental summary, his return on investment on every particular item. And this is really crucial. It lets him make better buying decisions for his business. On top of that, we're streamlining dozens of manual tasks with tools such as email marketing, digital contract creation, identity verification, as well as connecting to their accounting, CRM, and POS systems. Now, Kevin's on track to do 8 figures of rental revenue, and he's saving 15 hours plus per week because he's no longer bogged down with multiple tasks. But it's not just Kevin. We have 24 SMBs on our platform and 3 enterprise customers. We started with construction and heavy equipment since it's the largest market, but we can expand to multiple different verticals. The rental industry is huge and overlaps in a bunch of different industries. Our business model, we charge $2K for enterprise subscription and then $150 for SMB, and we take 1% of all gross transaction volume. We have 45 enterprise companies on our waitlist. We're at 16.8K MRR, on track to hit 26K MRR by the end of Q1. Well, why now? So companies are starting to realize that they can increase retention as well as increase profitability by launching rental products. So you've seen brands like Decathlon launch the ability for customers to rent sports equipment, as well as Nike launching the ability for customers to rent shoes. So brands are starting to see an opportunity here and beginning to capitalize on it. On top of that, the American Rental Association has said that the rental industry has been growing faster in the last few years than it has ever, growing 12.5% last year alone. Our competition is antiquated, so we're dealing with 30 to 40-year-old legacy system players that don't provide an intuitive operating system, don't provide insightful data analytics, don't streamline the rental manager experience, and they're 2 to 4x the price of Frenter. Our team has 60 plus years of operating experience in SaaS construction sales and the rental industry, and we're Frenter, the Shopify for the rental industry. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Zach. Great job. Sim, you're up next, please. Question for Zach.
Sure. I guess 2 questions. One is longer term, do you see yourself becoming more on the customer aggregation side? Do you start bringing demand as you get scale in different industries, like building an Uber, or do you stay B2B focused? And then the second, I'd love to hear more about what the existing sort of market looks like. Are these companies that are already in the equipment rental industry and just need better tools, or is it, are you sort of creating a new market because the alternative is companies buying equipment?
All right. Thanks so much. Back around the horn to you, Atin. And I apologize, you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself last time because your audio is out. Just quickly introduce yourself.
Yeah, all good. Thanks, Jackie. So quickly about me, I run this firm called 27V. We invest in education, future of work at the pre-seed and seed stage. Average check size about 150, where we can go anywhere from 25 all the way to 250. Anyways, that's me. The question for Frenter, actually, and it's funny you mentioned the Nike Adventure Club, because that's actually a product that I looked at, but they discontinued it recently. And I wonder if you've got any thoughts on how that affects what you're trying to build as a business, because obviously if someone with the resources of Nike couldn't really make it, what you're doing, how is that different?
All right, terrific. Let's take one from our syndicate member. Ben is asking, please explain more about customer acquisition. So do you want to tackle those? You have 2 minutes, Zach.
Yeah, sure. So, and to answer your question on Nike, that particular case, right now we're very focused on the equipment rental industry. The margins on shoes and selling shoes they produce for $10 and selling them for $200 and renting that is very different than the margins on, say, a $10,000 equipment that sells for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, in our case, we're renting very high margin piece of equipment that are then renting for very high value. So, That's where the difference is. If we were going to approach, and where Sim asked about, creating that new market, if we were going to approach existing retailers and have them convert towards rentals, it would be the Caterpillars of the world, the people that are producing the very high, high value equipment that can be rented out for thousands of dollars a month and very profitable. And also in terms of like customer aggregation and like our vision for the product. So first we want to start off with, let's build a killer operating system for these businesses, because the biggest issue in our industry is asset management and being able to better manage your inventory and having more data on it. Eventually, we believe there's a play where then we're launching other tools such as marketing for these businesses, helping them increase their revenue, which then also increase our revenue because we take that 1%, as well as launching, equipment financing for these businesses, insurance, and building that ecosystem for the rental industry. Ben, in terms of customer acquisition strategy, right now we're a couple different angles. We have the associations. We're in the American Rental Association, Canadian Rental Association, and we do a lot of blog posts and content there to get customers. We also have a great sales team with a background in construction tech, as well as background contractors in their earlier life, so they really understand the language that these rental businesses are speaking. And then there's also this third type where we have partnerships with the IT managers of these rental companies. So these IT managers represent dozens, or even some cases hundreds of rental companies, and then allows us to do a one-to-many sales approach where we can approach them, and if they like our software, they can then speak to all the different rental businesses that they represent. I think I've answered all the questions. I'm happy to answer any more.